10 incredible architectural designs of stadiums that will host France 2024 Olympics. From the 26th of July to the 8th of September 2024, Paris and France will host the Olympic and Paralympic Games. The competitions will take place in new stadiums, existing infrastructures, and temporary arenas. But what do we know about them? How were they built and where are they located? Let's find out. 10. Porte de la Chapelle Arena. The Porte de la Chapelle Arena, an eco-designed venue thought out for a legacy to benefit neighboring communities well beyond the Games, is a new cultural hub to the north of Paris. It hosts a range of cultural and sporting events each day, including the home games of Paris basketball. This new facility is designed to be open to all, especially people living nearby, and to offer a variety of sports activities in its complementary spaces. With its mid-sized capacity of 8,000 seats, the Porte de la Chapelle Arena will further strengthen the choice of sports and live performance venues available throughout Paris. La Chapelle Arena's design is distinctly eco-friendly. 80% of the building's surface will be covered with greenery, blending gracefully into the parks and gardens that surround the site. The front will be clad with recyclable aluminum, and most of the building materials will be bio-based, principally wood. The arena's design will also be universal. The main hall, the facilities around it, and the terrace over the entire complex will be accessible to everyone. Paris has needed a mid-sized venue for a long time. This new 8,000-seat arena fulfills that need, hosting major sports events in northern Paris and providing Paris basketball, its resident club, with a home base befitting its bold aspirations. The surrounding neighborhood also needs more sports facilities, and the two gyms adjoining the arena will provide them. Residents are now able to enjoy a wide array of cultural events at the arena, including live performances and conventions. After the Olympic and Paralympic Games, the Porte de la Chapelle Arena will host top-level sports tournaments, live performances, and other events in its main hall. Its gyms and other facilities will be open every day for people living in the area. 9. Olympic Aquatic Center. The Aquatic Center, along with the Le Bourget climbing wall, is the only permanent sports facility to be built for the Paris 2024 Games. It will welcome the world's greatest athlete to the artistic swimming, water polo, and diving events. Looking beyond the Games, the Aquatic Center has been designed to address the needs of Seine-Saint-Denis, its host region, and the French swimming community, which will now have a facility that can host the biggest national and international competitions. The Aquatic Center will connect to the neighboring Stade de France over a footbridge spanning the A1 motorway and is a meaningful public investment for Seine-Saint-Denis, which is seriously lacking in sports facilities. The Aquatic Center's novel configuration will be modular. It will be able to switch from a 5,000-seat venue during the Games to a 2,500-seat facility to host neighborhood events afterward. The venue will be low carbon, and all the building materials will be bio-based. Its timber structure and roof frame are designed to blend seamlessly into the surrounding greenery. With a 5,000 square meter roof covered with photovoltaic panels, it will be one of France's largest urban solar farms and supply all the energy that the center needs. The interior fittings will be made of recycled materials and in France, showcasing the country's expertise in environmental performance. The Aquatic Center will be multifunctional, accommodating swimming lessons, recreational use, and high-level competitions. From July 2025, it will become a vast multi-sports facility open to all, including two 50-meter and 25-meter pools, a fitness area, a bouldering area, a paddle tennis section, and pitches for team sports. It will also have an adjustable floor for various purposes, like swimming lessons for babies and children. The Aquatic Center will also be the state-of-the-art facility that the French swimming community has been looking forward to for decades. The French Swimming Federation will be able to host national and international competitions in its 4 indoor disciplines. The center will also provide a best-in-class federal training facility for leading French athletes and will notably be home to the country's diving center. 8. Grand Palais. The Grand Palais is a magnificent site at the heart of Paris. Thanks to the most advanced construction techniques at the time, the Grand Palais, which was built for the Paris Universal Exhibition in 1900, is renowned worldwide for its magnificent nave and glass roof. More than 6,000 tons of steel were needed to build the nave. The venue, which had never previously benefited from a full restoration, underwent massive work and reopened on April 15, 2024, to host the Olympic and Paralympic Games in the nave. This iconic Parisian venue has a long history as a prestigious showcase for many different sporting and artistic events. For instance, the Grand Palais hosts several exhibitions by artists from around the world each year and was the stage for the World Fencing Championships in 2010. Each year, more than 2 million visitors enjoy the rich cultural program offered by this outstanding venue, which, following its restoration, will welcome the Paris 2024 Olympic and Paralympic Games. Following Paris 2024, the Grand Palais, which will fully reopen in spring 2025, will continue to host cultural events throughout the year. 7. Hôtel de Ville. The Hôtel de Ville, Paris's city hall, and its eponymous square will host events in the very center of France's capital during the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. This historic location, which skirts the famous Seine River, will see the start of the Games' most legendary long-distance race, the marathon. You can't miss the Hôtel de Ville's imposing facade, which stretches 143 meters across and towers 18.8 meters high, 26.8 meters at the corners, and 50 meters if you include the bell tower. The Neo-Renaissance Hotel was built by architects Théodore Ballou and Edouard de Perthes on the exact location where the former Hôtel de Ville stood until it was burnt down during the Paris Commune in 1871. It has housed Paris's city hall since 1357. The square in front of the city hall, which was previously referred to as the Place de Grève in years gone by, has come to be known as the Place des Hôtels de Ville and has become a hotspot for exhibitions and other cultural attractions. In the summer of 2024, it will serve as the splendid backdrop for athletes setting out on the 42.195-kilometer marathon. The marathon start area is a temporary setup that will be dismantled following the conclusion of the Games. 6. Bercy Arena. Bercy Arena is an iconic venue for culture and sport in Paris and across France, easily identifiable by its pyramid design that stands out from the landscape of Paris's 12th district. Built in 1984, this venue hosts not only high-level sports events such as the Rolex Paris Masters, an international men's tennis tournament from the ATP Tour, and the final rounds of the 2018 European Women's Handball Championship, but also concerts featuring leading French and international performers, including Madonna, Daft Punk, Johnny Hallyday, and Paul McCartney. Renovated between 2014 and 2015 to modernize its infrastructure, Bercy Arena now meets all the necessary criteria for hosting major competitions and cultural events. Since its construction, this multi-sports venue has already welcomed more than 30 million spectators at hundreds of events, ranging from athletics to basketball, ice hockey, and motocross. As before the Games, Bercy Arena will continue to host Paris's major cultural and sports events. Its multifunctional design makes it an iconic venue for culture in France. 5. Bordeaux Stadium. Bordeaux Stadium was built to host the men's 2016 European Football Championship. Positioned between the Floral Gardens and Bois de Bordeaux Forest, the venue was completed in 2015 and instantly became the footballing showcase for the world's wine capital. Bordeaux Stadium, designed by architects Herzog and de Meuron, who also designed Beijing's Olympic Stadium, stands out for its spectacular design and spectator experience. The stadium was built in line with sustainable and environmentally responsible standards. For example, its roof is covered with 700 square meters of solar panels, and the stadium is equipped to recycle rainwater for its irrigation. Lastly, its unique style, illustrated by the hundreds of white beams supporting the structure, make it easily recognizable. Since its construction, the stadium has been home to the Girondins de Bordeaux, one of France's leading football teams. It has also staged a Football League Cup final and the semifinals of the Top 14 rugby tournament on 2 occasions, as well as a number of concerts, including Guns N' Roses and Muse. After staging Paris 2024, Bordeaux Stadium will continue to be the home of the Girondins de Bordeaux and host high-level sports events and concerts. 4. Champ de Mars Arena. During the Paris 2024 Games, the prestigious Champ de Mars Arena will become far more than just the Grand Palais Éphémère, the name by which the arena is currently known. The 10,000 square meter temporary building will host events while work is being carried out on the Grand Palais. In 2024, following the completion of this work, the Champ de Mars Arena will be kept in place for a few more months to host competitions for the Paris 2024 Olympic and Paralympic Games. Designed by architect Jean-Michel Wilmot, the arena's timber structure, with its harmonious curves and aesthetics reflecting the Grand Palais, was built on the Champ de Mars at the start of 2021 opposite the École Militaire, a complex of buildings in Paris that house various military training facilities and blend seamlessly into the urban landscape. Thanks to its use of sustainable materials in the building structure, this project is fully aligned with the environmental standards required by Paris 2024. Created to host the art, fashion, and sports events usually organized in the Nave while the Grand Palais is being renovated, it will also be the stage for cultural events initiated by the Réunion des Musiques Nationales Grand Palais. This temporary facility will be dismantled in late 2024. As such, no trace of the Olympic or Paralympic Games will remain. It will be able to be reused with multiple configurations at another location that is still to be determined. 3. Eiffel Tower Stadium. For Parisians, the Champ de Mars is a place to meet up and celebrate, regularly attracting thousands of people to share in events such as the traditional 14 July firework displays or a football World Cup final. On a daily basis, people meet up there to enjoy some sport, take in the views, or simply walk around the vast alleyways and lawns of this magnificent site, which is now one of Paris's most iconic public gardens. A temporary outdoor arena will be built in 2024 in order to stage the beach volleyball and blind football events, thus enabling everyone to enjoy this venue's magical setting. Between the impressive facade of the École Militaire School to the south and the equally remarkable Eiffel Tower on the River Seine side, the Champ de Mars will once again be a community space for gathering and a key venue of the Paris 2024 Games. Alongside the Eiffel Tower Stadium's overlay arena, it will host other events in the Grand Palais overlay, a temporary structure set up on Place Joffre to the south of the site. The venue will be dismantled following the Games. The Champ de Mars will continue to be a magnificent setting for living, gathering, and meeting, just as it was before the Games. 2. Geoffroy Guichard Stadium. Saint-Étienne Stadium, also known as Geoffroy Guichard Stadium, is one of France's most iconic stadiums and has been the stage for some of the greatest moments in the history of French football, with legendary club AS Saint-Étienne. Since it was built in 1931, the Chaudron Stadium has been renovated several times to welcome major sports competitions organized in France in the 20th century. In 2024, it will welcome the Olympic Games. In addition to hosting the AS Saint-Étienne matches, Geoffroy Guichard Stadium staged various matches at the Euro 1984 Football Championship and the 1998 Football World Cup, as well as the 2007 Rugby World Cup. The latest renovation, making the stadium a mythical yet modern and functional venue, was carried out for Euro 2016, increasing the stadium's capacity and modernizing its access arrangements, enabling the Chaudron to continue to stage major competitions on its pitch. In its history, Saint-Étienne Stadium has also hosted several major concerts, including Bruce Springsteen in 1985 and Johnny Hallyday in 2003. Following the games, the Geoffroy Guichard Stadium will continue to host the home matches of AS Saint-Étienne, as well as major cultural and sporting events. 1. Lions Stadium. Lions Stadium is an ultra-modern venue owned by its resident football club, 7-time Ligue 1 champions Olympique Lyonnais. It was built to stage certain matches for Euro 2016 and was inaugurated at the start of 2016 in Dessines near Lyon. Previously the capital of the Gauls, the city now has a brand new multifunctional venue, the third largest in France in terms of capacity, that can host major international events all year round, which will represent an additional asset for welcoming spectators for the Olympic Games in 2024. The stadium was designed by the architectural company Populous. It was built with the ambition to limit its environmental impact. For instance, 100% of its energy is renewable, thanks in particular to its rooftop solar panels. The pitch benefits from advanced technology, and various spaces have been created for athletes, media, and even several restaurants, thanks to the 8,000 square meters of space available. In addition to the club matches of Olympique Lyonnais, the stadium has hosted many high-level events, including one of the semi-finals for Euro 2016 and the Europa League final in 2018, as well as concerts with international stars such as Rihanna and Ed Sheeran. After the games, Lions Stadium will continue to host high-level sports events, including Olympique Lyonnais' home games, as well as regular cultural events such as concerts. And that's it from us today. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to click on the subscribe icon below. Also, give us a like, share the video, and remember to turn on the notification bell for timely updates of our latest uploads. Until next time, thank you for watching.